Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating mythy, would like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification soundlets. Talk about ancient alien battles, lost civilizations, the final awakening, and who is really in control. Forget what you've been told. Stone circles, ancient brochs, mysterious ruins weren't just for rituals or burials, were battle stations, not for fighting each other, for fighting something out there. Ron Halliday, UFO hunter and paranormal researcher, has a theory Scotland wasn't just home to ancient tribes, it was humanity's first line of defense against an alien invasion. Sounds crazy? Then explain the Skara Brae and Maeshowe, two of the most famous Neolithic sites in Orkney. Historians say they were villages or tombs. Halliday says they were war bunkers, not for battles against rival clans but for a war against beings from the Pictish. Stones even show figures running in terror, not from animals, not from other humans, from something else. And then there are the brochs, massive stone fortresses scattered across Scotland, perfectly round, with walls thick enough to withstand an attack. Were they defending against? The Romans never made it that far. North Picts weren't building fortresses like these anywhere else, but here, dozens of them, all over the land. Halliday believes they were signals warning, if telling extraterrestrials, stay away, or telling them, we see you. And if that's truth, history has been covering up Scotland's biggest secret, first intergalactic war. But if aliens were Haraif, the Scots fought them off. Where did they go? Maybe they didn't leave. Maybe they never stopped watching. Because there's something else, a mething that's been orbiting Earth for a long time. This Black Knight satellite, 12,000-year-old alien probe, or just space junk? NASA says it's debris. Conspiracy theorists say it's watching. Using 1899, Nikola Tesla picked up strange radio signals not from Earth, from space. Then, in the 1920s, Norwegian scientist Jørgen Holz recorded radio ecocious signals, bounced back with a daily as if something out there was intercepting them. Fast forward to 1973, writer Duncan Lunan put the pieces together: a hidden satellite human, Medina Naturalone, ancient alien observer. Then came 1989, the proof. NASA astronauts snapped photos of a dark object floating above Earth. It wasn't a star, it wasn't a planet, it wasn't one of our NASA said it was a lost thermal blanket, piece of insulation floating away. But conspiracy theorists weren't buying it. 12,000-year-old alien probe, an astronaut's mistake. NASA says it burned up in the atmosphere. But if that's true, do some still claim to see it? Could the Black Knight still be out there, still watching, still waiting? And if so, who sent it, and what are they waiting for? Because if life is as common as scientists now believe, then we are not alone. A Penn State researchers say life isn't a fluke, it's inevitable. Plets with the right conditions will always develop life, and intelligent life. Just a matter of time. But if life is everywhere, where are the others? Maybe they don't have space travel. Maybe they don't want to be found. Maybe they're already harangued. They've been here for a long time. New Zealand, 1978. A cargo plane flying through the night delivering newspaper stand. The lights appear orbs in the sky, pulsing, moving, following. The pilot saw them. Air traffic control saw them on radar. This wasn't Venice, this wasn't a weather balloon. Days later, a TV crew went to investigate, got on another plane, and the lights came back. Time, they got footage, a glowing craft, classic flying saucer shape, caught on film. The government's response: just reflections, just radar errors, just nothing. But the pilots knew, radar operator knew, cameraman knew. And if that wasn't in Orkney, what was found in Peru? Three-fingered mummies, big headstone, botus discovered in the death. Preservationists call them a hoax. They were stitched together from human remains. But others, they're not so sure. Because if we were visited before, ancient Scotland was on the front line. If the Black Knight has been watching Euston, maybe these mummies are inhuman at Aland. Maybe they never left. If these mummies are real, if they aren't just human remains, then everything we know about history is wrong. They weren't buried with gold. They weren't laid to rest in tombs with human kings. They were hidden to preserve them, or to keep them a secret. The government says they're fake. Mainstream scientists call them a hoax. But They haven't explained everything like the bonus rays show full skeletal structurist, not just glued together parts like. The datists show some human traits but also something else. Mathing, unidentified maybe. They were an experiment maybe. They were visitorsa. Maybe they were survivors best, if Scotland fought them, a thief. The Black Knight is still watching Beth. New Zealand saw them in the Skisson. The question isn't are they real, the question is they still here. Maybe they never left maybe. They don't need ships anymore maybe. They walk among us governments, deny it scientists, dismiss it bet. The evidence keeps piling up. Take the Kokora Lights, best documented UFO encounter in New Zealand's history. Saw them radar tracked. Them cameras filmed them on. What did the government say? Just reflections, just Venus, just nothing. Because that's what they always say. Like in 1947, Roswell, New Mexico first. They said it was a flying disc phone. They said it was a weather balloon. Like in 2004, the USS Nimitz encounter fighter pilots chased a tic-tac UFO. Moved faster than anything we've ever built. It defied gravity. It disappeared into the ocean and the official explanation. Unknown aerial phenomenon. They know they've always known but they won't tell us not until they have to, because if they admitted it, if they said, yes, aliens are real, everything would change, religions would collapse, borders would become mean, would stop being about Landon, start being about survivalthats, why they keep it sick thought, why they cover it, updates, why every time we get too close to the truthy, say, it's nothing but we know better. Beckers. The evidence is everywhere. Ancient ruins in the Skisson, secret files hidden from the public. Question isn't whether they exist. Question is what happens when they stop hiding. Maybe they're already here maybe. They've been here for centuries watching waiting maybe. They don't need to invade a maybe. They're guiding user, controlling use. Think about technologies of years of slow progress. Then suddenly, in the last century, an explosional extrishiki, internet artificial intelligence that we really figure it all out on our own. Or did someone give us a little push? Whistleblowers say we've reverse-engineered alien Tachufo crashes hidden from the public. COVID materials studied in secret labs, and every time someone gets too close to exposing the truthy, disappears. The people in power don't want us to know, not yet, not until they can control it maybe. That's why history is full of unexplained jumps. We civilizations vanish without reason. Some ancient sites seem impossibly, the pyramids perfectly aligned, with the stars built, with stones so heavy. Modern cranes would struggle to lift the more puma punka stones cut, with laser-like precision interlock blocks, like a 3D puzzle built thousands of years ago with no explanation mainstem. Historians say, primitive tools, but does that really make sense? Or did someone help? Because if extraterrestrials have been visiting Yusuf, they've been guiding Yusuf, they've been shaping human history. Then we're not just looking at the past, we're looking at the future. What happens next? Are we preparing for contact? Are we being tested? Are we part of something much bigger than we realize? Because the signs are everywhere. Cover-ups, encounters, whispers from insiders who know too much, and the biggest question of a leaf. They're already here. They've been shaping our history. They walk among us. Then who's really in charge? Maybe we're not at the top of the food chain. Maybe we never wearing maybe we're about to find out. What if disclosure is already happening? Not all at once. Senate in a grand announcement, or in peace strip feeding us the truths lilicrously. We don't panic. Think about if Pentagon declassified UFO videos, military pilots admitting on record that they've seen things they can't explain. Not once and not twice, but over and over again, and still governments hesitate, stolthy, deflectwe. Because admitting the truth means losing control. If aliens exist, if they're more advanced than used in the people in power, they don't have all the answers, and that terrifies them. But maybe they're not the only ones hiding something. Maybe the visitors are hiding, tuberlanding in, waiting for the right moment to ever meet someone and think something feels off, like they're almost human, but not quite. What if that feeling is real? What if some of them are here, living among us, watching, learning, or worse, influencing if they're in positions of power, shaping decisions, getting worse, controlling by force, not with spaceships hovering over cities but quietly subtly whispers through influence. And what if they don't want us to reach them? What if we were never supposed to leave Earth? Think about space travel. Every time we get close to major breakthrough assignment, happens budgets, get cut missions, get delayed disasters, strikey polo. We went to the moon, then suddenly, we stop Earth. Space shuttle, explosions, setbacks, shutdown, and now private companies are leading the charge. Because governments can't, or won't, push further us, it just politics. Or is something stopping us? Because if the universe is full of life and, if we're being watched maybe, the real reason we haven't gone further into space is because we're not allowed to. Maybe there are rules, a cosmic border, silent warning. Stay on your planet, and if that's truth on, we have to scare we prisoners. Or are we being protected? Because, if the universe is teeming with life, then not all of it is friendly, and maybe the first war with aliens isn't coming, maybe it already happened, maybe we lost, and maybe we're just living in the aftermath. If we lost world we even know, what if history isn't what we think? What if we've been reset? Over and over again ancient myths speak of great floods, lost civilizations, galled ages that ended in catastrophe, relentless Tower of Babel stories of knowledge lost, of humanity being knocked back to the Stone Age. What if these weren't just myths? What if they were warnings? Warnings from the last time we got too close to the truth, too close to the stars, too close to breaking free on something or someone stopped use. Think about it, advanced ancient ruin sites. We can't we weren't supposed to haven't. Every time we build back up, something happens. Empires fall, chords vanish, technology is lost. Resetnet, natural not random, bot deliberatia systema cyclesamine, keeping us in check, holding us back, making sure we never reach the next level. But why? Maybe they see us as a threat, maybe they fear what we could become. Yeah, maybe they need us. Maybe Earth isn't just a planet, maybe it's a farm, and where the crop. Think about cattle, they don't know why they're fenced in, they don't question the farmer, they live, they reproduce until they're needed. What if we're the same? What if we're being harvested? Not for food, not for resource, for something else. Sir Mindsir, energia, very essence. What if the stories of abductions aren't just random events? What if they're maintenance, adjustments, purpose, the farm running damned? Every time we get too close to waking up, too close to understanding, reset button gets pushed again. New era, new disaster, new distraction, and we start over, not knowing what we lost, not knowing who did it, not knowing why, but now know we're waking up. Signs are everywhere. Pieces don't fit anymore. People are asking questions. People are seeing the cracks, and if we can see the system, if we can recognize the cage, then maybe, just maybe, can break out. Maybe that's why they're watching. Maybe that's why that Black Knight is still up there. Maybe that's why disclosure is creeping closer. Because they know next reset might not work, and this time might wake up before they can stop us. But what if we were never meant to be trapped? What if the cycle of control, the resets, the silence from the stars, if all of it is coming to an end? Because something is shifting, veil is thinning, whispers of truth are becoming too loud to ignore. Maybe just maybe are not alone. Just in the sense of visitors, watchers, or those who seek to control us, but in a deeper, divine sense. What if we were never abandoned? What if something greater has been guiding us all along? Beneath the noise of deception, beyond the illusions of limitation, there is something vast and luminosa, presentia, forcia truthet, speaks not in words, not in symbols carved in stone or flickers in the sky, but in the quiet knowing within USD, knowing that we were meant for more, that we were never meant to crawl forever, that our destiny is not to be kept in chains, but to rise. What if the watchers from above are not just distant travelers? What if some are guardians, Missangus Protox, if the angels we have spoken of for millennia, not myths, but memories, maybe they have been here since the beginning. Maybe they have waited, not to interfere, but to remind us of who we truly are, not cattle, not prisoners, not mere mortals waiting to be but beings of light, sparks of the Devanir, children of the infinite. Maybe, just maybe this time, we remember, this time, we awaken, this time. We break the cycle, not with weapons, not with fear, but with understanding. Final battle may not be fought in the skies, or on the fields of earth, but within the hearts of those who choose to see, within the souls of those who refuse to bow, within the minds of those who dare to ask, who are we? Why are we here? And what happens next? The answer has always been there waiting, and now it is time to remember. And so we stand at the edge of something vast, something ancient, something sacred, mystery woven into the very fabric of existence. For too long, we have wandered in the darkness, chained by illusions, blinded by fear, told that we are small, that we are powerless, that we are alone, but the time of forgetting is ending. Whispers of the past, the signs in the heavens, the truths hidden in stone, in fire, in the spaces between thee, were never meant to be lost. Forever thee were waiting for us to listen, and now we doken, you feel it. That quiet knowing deep within, that pull toward something greater. That is the voice of the Devaneth echo of Angelost, memory of what we once were, and what we will be again. We're never meant to remain in the shadows, we're never meant to be prisoners of doubt. Slaves to cycles of control, were made for more, for light, for wisdom, for eternity. Ones who would keep us asleep, who would have us believe we are nothing. They have already lost beckers. We are waking up because we are remembering. Gund, when a soul remembers, no force in the universe can silence it. Against battle was never about weapons, never about armies, never about who holds the skis. It was always about truth. Truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. Truth, once spoken, cannot be unspoken. The greatest truth of all is this: we are not weak, are not alone, are not forgotten. Stars are calling, angels are watching. Gund, the time has come not to fernet, to fight, but to resetto. Step into the light we were born from, to reclaim what was always orsto. Remember what the universe has always known. No, our infinitu, our eternal way, our divinient now, at last, are awake.